Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver and today we have a mask game for you. And before we get into it, I just want to say I have a little announcement. As we slowly approach 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway once we reach that milestone. Once we hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 2 700 gem codes. I know we're probably a little bit off, but I just wanted to kind of get it out there and let y'all know that that's what will be happening, just in case it influences your decision to subscribe today or not. But yeah, all right, let's get into the game here. So we start off relatively strong. We get a shrink spell off of our Genie's Wish on turn 2.1 there, which is fantastic. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to keep this discounted bossy because I just don't really want to lock that shop. I just feel like there's not enough value in getting just that one character. So we're just going to move on from that. But we did assemble a nice little evil board. And I should say, like, this game kind of happened after, you can see my two last games were an 8th and a 7th with Gwen. So I was kind of not playing my best here. As you can see, I just changed my hero that turn and I didn't even spend my gold because I was distracted. So that's a huge mistake on my part. And yeah, again, I was coming off of 2 really bad games and like playing a little bit on tilt here. So yeah, I was a little bit reluctant to upload this one just because I played it like kind of sloppily, but I think the end result is worth the journey here, and also it kind of shows that, you know, not every game goes great, and I'm still just a person who experiences ups and downs and whatnot. Even though you generally only see me posting wins on the channel. So all right, so here it's a pretty easy dark contract for me. We're going to take a Darkwood Creeper here, just because it's an evil character, and we don't really have time to roll. I considered locking the second one, but I don't think Creeper is something that I really care too much about, so we're not gonna lock it. Basically, we're gonna hope that these dragons kind of carry us through this combat, since we're very far behind because of our mistake on 3.0 of not buying anything. All right, and here we get a couple of Shadow Assassins. I don't normally like Shadow Assassins much, but we get the extra attack from the Minotaur, and with the Dark Contract, they're very good. And we're gonna play down 2 characters just to get this treasure, because I think with the Dark Contract temporary stat buffs, like playing down 2 characters is probably fine. We've got a ton of stats on the board. A lot of it is ranged, so I felt okay to do that. And yeah, we end up coming out on top there, even two characters down on 3.2 there, and we get rewarded with a level 3 treasure. A little bit awkward that we're tripling stuff and not filling up our board, but we get a treasure map, which is huge. So we can either just we could just wait until we get our second evil twin here, and then get like a level 6 treasure off of a level 4. But by the time we get it, like, we should be close to level 5, so we might just greed for that. And I think the play here, I should have just taken Peep and the 8/8 Crafty here, but again, I wasn't playing my best during this game, so I do decide to roll here. But I think in hindsight, that's a huge mistake. But we do get a Medusa here in the shop. Some people were suggesting that I take Nutcracker and Evil Twin it, but to be honest, I just don't think that's a very good play. And I definitely don't think I would make that play if I were given the choice again. In general, Nutcracker without any kind of support doesn't get there. So getting a second Nutcracker that doesn't have any support just did not seem appealing to me at all. And we're just gonna roll from here after taking the chicken. I could probably just take a mummy here. I should probably just sell the chicken for a mummy. I think I'm gonna cast this spell here because we have the creeper. It's gonna put an attack on everything. Like, it's an okay little stat boost for our board. But yeah, I think taking the mummy there would have been good. It would have been a lot better than this chicken, anyways. But we do have these two Medusas to hopefully make up for our lack of power on the board. And unfortunately, we miss a 50-50 at the end there, and don't end up tying that fight. Now we've got our second evil twin though, So again, we could just buy a good 4 and just get a level 6. But I think I'm just gonna take experience here. We're gonna gain a little bit of extra life, and we're gonna get a level 7 treasure, either out of this baby bear or out of a better 5 good 5 that we find next turn. We're actually very fortunate that the Polywoggle attacked into our second Medusa there, because if it had hit anything else, it would have survived, and we would have ended up having to deal with a golden 6 that fight, and lost probably even harder than we did. So that was actually not bad. And finding this pair of Robin Hoods is fantastic. We only have to use one of our evil twins here to get our level 7, and we have some very interesting choices. My first instinct was Mirror Mirror, because we have the double Medusa, and Medusa is very good with Mirror Mirror. You can get a lot of scam, but you do need your attacks to go pretty good for to get the max value out of your Mirror Mirror Medusas. The Fairy Queen's Wand gives us a bunch of extra stats immediately, which makes our board from terrible to relatively decent. And then there's Excalibur, which can help us just end the game. And yeah, people have all kinds of different suggestions in chat, but I'm gonna go with Excalibur. And there is definitely a reason why I'm going with Excalibur specifically here. Also, I wanted to lock this shop, but I took too long thinking about my positioning here, and I don't end up getting the lock off. You can see my mouse hover over it at the last second, and I just missed it. But yeah, so the reason I took Excalibur is because generally the downside of Excalibur for most heroes is you don't get any more treasures outside of quest characters, right? But that's not true when you're playing Zippy. So we can take a golden 6, and we just have to stock up 3 evil twins, and then we get a treasure out of any level 6 good character, that is. So, and we've already got 2 now. We were 12 away from our next evil twin and level 6 next turn, so I figure we're in a really good spot to just have access to that. In addition to us potentially being able to just buy quest characters and still get treasures. And we're gonna take the Tweedle here just because it's so many stats, and we can put it in front of this Mim. This Mim that probably shouldn't be on our board anymore. I probably should just take this other Medusa, but I do roll past it there, so that's definitely a mistake there. Also, I was thinking I should take this Lancelot, but because we can't get it to go this turn, and the positioning for putting it on the board is pretty awkward, it competes with too many things for an early attack slot. I'm just gonna take the Cupid here. It gets the Dark Contract buff, and it's a potential more scam on top of our Medusas, so that's kind of what I was thinking there. Mostly we just need to survive until we get to level 6, and then we can start buying golden 6s, and that's gonna go a long way to giving us power spikes. So we do survive the fight. We're at 9 now. We get a ghost fight, which is enormous. And we're gonna take an Oni Tyrant. Again, people have a lot of suggestions in chat on this one. They were suggesting Boomhilda and Burnbeard, but I'm gonna go with Oni Tyrant because we have the 2 Medusas there that you see me hovering over, as well as the Shadow Assassin. I just think the Oni Tyrant offers way too many stats not to. Like, it's not an incredible long-term thing, but plus 20 per attack is absolutely massive. It turns our Medusas into real threats and just like makes them like almost guaranteed 2-for-1s. And the other thing we're gonna buy is the Burnbeard, just in case we can find an Ashwood in relatively short order. Then I think that's good, and we can get out of this Mim now. And you saw me sell the Mim at the very last second there, just so that we can so we have hand space for our evil twin that we're definitely getting this turn. So yeah, now we've got our 3 evil twins. That's our level 6 treasure that we can get once we pick up a good character. Ideally, it would be Green Knight. Green Knight, I think, Green Knight and Empress P are probably the best things. But I mean, P is not really what we want on this board. But in general, Empress P and Green Knight, I think, are the best things to triple into an evil. Especially since we've kind of got 1 foot into trees already with our Burnbeard here. But without Ashwood, Burnbeard is pretty bad on our board. And yeah, now that we've got our three evil twins, I'm gonna dream out of Zippy this turn as well. Was my plan, just to get to 3 evil twins and then change heroes. Like, I don't think we need to get to another 3 to really like get anything useful out of Zippy. So I think switching to Pan's Shadow here is kind of a no-brainer. Basically gives us a free Staff of the Old Toad. So, and we're gonna lock for this golden pumpkin. We've already got some scam units. We've got that golden Oni, so I felt pretty good about that lock. All right, so we take our golden pumpkin. Just doing some repositioning. I think we're definitely out of the Tweedle now, but and also we find another golden pumpkin. So we're gonna sell this Tweedle, and then we're gonna take our second golden pumpkin. And I think the Robin Hood is just a lot better than the Burn Beard on board, so we're gonna take that. All right, unfortunately we positioned in a way that we don't lose both our pumpkins there. So we get paid off for playing Oni Tyrants behind Pumpkin to try and get the Pumpkin stats, or try and get the Oni Tyrant buffs on as many different monsters as possible from Pumpkin summons. And yeah, we're gonna do a ton of damage to this opponent from our golden pumpkin, knocking them out. And now we're down to a top 3 situation, and we get another ghost fight, so that's very fortunate. And with an Ashwood in the shop, we're definitely gonna take that. I think we can get out of the Oni Tyrant. Like, the stats are nice, but we're gonna move into sort of a pumpkin slash tree hybrid here. Because I mean, 1 golden Ashwood, 1 golden Burn Beer is so many stats, as well as we already have the evil Robin Hood, which just fits in perfectly. So yeah, I feel pretty good about that switch, and we can still play the Medusa in 5 there, but we're gonna take this Hercules, and I'm gonna quickly triple it. Again, we just want to get our level 6 treasure, and it's Pandora's box, which is pretty much what we want. And I swapped the evil Herc in there, and I think that was definitely a mistake. With double golden pumpkin, I really didn't need a golden 6 in there. I think Medusa just has a lot more value, so that was a mistake. I just running out of time. All right, and we get a black prism out of our Pandora's box, which is unfortunate, because we're probably not going to use that at all. We're down to our last fight here, and we're going to lock a Pigomorph, which means we're not getting black prism value this turn. We're not getting black prism value next turn. So even if we tie this fight, then the next fight's probably the last one. We pop out 2 rotten apple trees out of our first pumpkin, which is kind of fantastic, honestly. They're perfectly positioned for where you want the apple trees to be. And yeah, we end up stealing a golden mermaid and finishing the game. So yeah, again, we had a very rocky start. I had a lot of ups and downs in this one, but the Excalibur I think ended up being the right treasure to take. The Black Prism ended up being nothing, but I still think the box was the right choice there, because there's so many different great level 7 hits for us there, like World Tree or even Magic Sword plus 100, or any number of other things. But anyways, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was at least educational, or a nice little look into some of the ups and downs that happen on stream that you can watch live if you follow me over on Twitch. And my Twitch will be in the description and in the pinned comments. So yeah, I would love for you to give me a follow over there as well. And again, at 500 subscribers, we will be giving away 2 700 gem codes. So watch out for that, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. That gets us closer to the giveaway, as well as really helps the channel, and I would really appreciate it. So yeah, I think that's everything for today. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.